Sul, hello, and Labis. Welcome to another episode of the Payne Family Ultimate Decades Challenge. Today we are starting off in Lithuania with the Narva household, just for a few different reasons. But while they're all sleeping, because it is pretty late, we'll go ahead and figure out, is there going to be a issue with their home this year? Of a D10, a roll of 4 means there is a consequence. So do they have, in the Narva household, anything happen? First one doesn't count? No. And what about for Darius's home? Does anything happen? No. So nothing occurs at either of the homes. They've made it another year totally fine. Thank goodness. So one reason we're here is, of course, that Lina is... Oh, she's in labor. Okay, one second. Okay, so one reason we're here is that Lina is in labor, apparently, currently. Another reason is that Vilkas and Yelu both are not doing great. But we'll get to that in a second. For now, it's all about you, Lina, with your fancy socks. I didn't realize you had such fancy socks on. Go, Lina, go! Oh, Vilkas is freaking out. Baby must be here. A girl baby. Oh, so cute. Let's look for a name really quickly. Let's go with the name Dana. Dana Miskinis. And it's just one baby. So yeah, here we are. And both Vilkas and Yelu are not doing great. They both have kind of upset stomachs. They're having to go to the bathroom a lot. They're pretty uncomfortable. And so they're both just not doing fantastic currently. But the girls are both fine. It seems to be that whatever it is that's affecting them is only affecting them. But I guess I shouldn't have said the girls are both fine. We haven't rolled for Lina yet. Lina cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11, that's all. First one doesn't count, so... Oh my gosh. She's totally fine. And the baby Dana cannot roll numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. So? The baby is fine. Oh my goodness. I really didn't think it was going to happen. Okay, and that's going to be Vilkas's final baby try. He's had a good run of them, but this is going to be it, you know. But yeah, Yelu and Vilkas both are not doing very well. They both have pretty upset stomachs. They're feeling pretty uncomfortable, and something seems to be maybe off with both of them, although the two girls seem to be doing just fine currently, and the babies seem to be doing fine. So it doesn't seem like it's a sickness. It seems like it might be something else. Now, the other reason we're here today, and we should get a move on, aside from checking in with these guys and Lina's pregnancy, oh my, and getting their risky rolls over with, is that it is Vitalia's infant birthday. So we're going to go ahead and age her up and modify her in CAS, and she doesn't have to roll or anything, so that's really fantastic. I know, you're hungry, Oshira, it's okay. Out comes baby, and she's a cautious baby. How excellent. So yes, here's Vitalia, so cute, being given a nap by her mommy. But unfortunately, her daddy, Yelu, is not doing so well in the background. He almost seems like he's shaking in his sleep, you know? Like he's cold or feverish or something. He's certainly not sleeping well. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what comes of this as time goes on, but fortunately, at least baby Vitalia is doing okay, and Oshira is really happy to have that baby. Lina and Vilkas's final baby is here, resting peacefully. And Vilkas is also not feeling that great, but oh yeah, he's also kind of shaking in his sleep as if he's feverish as well. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how things go over time to see what is going on with these two when it's just them who are sickly and not anybody else. So I'll see you when we get to the next household for the next birthday. All right, and here we are at the Greystroke home because there's a birthday here today. It will be none other than the biter himself, little James, whose birthday it is. So I think we're about to get into that. Jefferson's gone to be his cobbler self. Oh gosh, somebody's freaking out. Heath, what, because your dad left? Listen, he's not that great anyways. I don't want to be a meanie, but like, he's just not that great, man. Meanwhile, it's little bitey James's birthday, so blow out those candles, buddy. It's time to become a child and hopefully bite people less. That is the goal. Where's he going? Whee! Happy birthday, you little blondie. And he's hot-headed, you know? From biting to hot-headed, I can kind of see it. And what will his aspiration be? Of a D8, first one doesn't count, so it will be number 7. So number 7 is slumber party animal. Okie dokie, my dude. Okie dokie. Now, James, little hot-headed James, can you make yourself useful and go ahead and put some birthday candles on there and let's see, what do you look like? And how are your odds for survival? For James to age up successfully, he cannot roll the numbers 3, 9, or 19. So 12. He's fine. He's fine. Everything's fine. No need to panic. Just because things went awry at the end of last episode doesn't mean that we need to panic now, you know? Nobody has to panic. Well, congrats to you, James. You're a big boy now. You're over here just destroying stuff. You're over here talking to your mom, and that's sweet. But the most important thing is that everything went pretty well here. What we're going to do now is we're going to leave the Greystrokes here, and we're going to go check on the Paynes at their brand new holding. Well, their new home, I guess. It's not even a holding, it's a home. So I'll see you when we get there. I hope you're pumped. Okay, so as requested by several people, we are in Windenburg now on a 64 by 64 lot, and I'm pretty proud of this. I hope Heidi's about to change that kid's diaper because everyone's been complaining about it for forever, but this is basically all we've got right now. If we go over here, it's just kind of a place that has been abandoned. It's just an empty lot with a bunch of trees. It's got a little river or pond that runs through it. And essentially, you know, this is it. Yeah, sure, you can dislike mischief, buddy. It's this big lot in Windenburg. Some of the trees are felled. It's on a cliff, in case you don't know. Kind of nice. And then if we go over here, hey, who is that? Hey, you're supposed to be somewhere else, pal. Ignore this giant water mill that's moving around. That's just because I didn't want to have to figure out how to place it later and go through all of that. I hope you're changing that kid's diaper. And then over here, they've even got a little waterfall from these flowing rocks. So that's kind of the shape of it. Can you please change this kid's diaper? I'm sorry. It's just like, it's too much. But as you can see, there's nothing built on here, and this lot on its own, we did have a few other items in our inventory that we ended up, I know everyone, he stinks, like listen, that's just the way it is. We did have a few other items in our inventory, in our household inventory, that we ended up selling, but this lot on its own with absolutely nothing built, everything here is debug. This cost 12,000 simoleons just on its own. So it already took up some of their money, obviously. And I kind of want to play with the rule that if we cut down a tree, if we have to cut down a tree and move it, then we can't then that tree is just gone, but we'll see if it becomes really annoying having that as a rule. Now, I'm imagining that this plot is still in Henry of Grosmont's lands because I still kind of want to keep with his story at this point. But maybe we're now in Leicester instead, which was Henry of Grosmont's preferred place to be. And technically it's closer to London, which fits with the story that we were talking about with the idea that they've moved closer to London. So they're about a day's ride away from their family, like Deauville and Idis, and about a day's ride away from Gruel as well. Now, before I start going into anything else, I'd like to call out for any more submissions to our hashtag, which is Plumbob's Decades, because we're approaching Gen 3 heading towards marriage. Esmond is nosy, I can see that. Because we're approaching Gen 3 Sims heading towards marriage, and now that we're in a new place, we can rebuild this whole sort of island area with new family members that these people can get to know. By these people, I mean our Sims. So if you have got anything like that, any families, any Sims that you think would be good for these guys for marriage, go ahead and upload them to that hashtag, and that would be super helpful. Thank you so much in advance. Okay, now, first things first, we do have a bit of money, so I'm gonna get started on building at least a small home, a small shelter, and see how much we can do with what we've got. Okay, so for me, today is a new day, IRL, a new day in real life. Because it took a lot longer to do the building than I had thought it would. And I'm not really happy with the shape, but basically I put stairs there and then forgot for the entire build that I'd put them there, and then didn't want to have to change them because I'd changed so many things around and eventually we'll need them. That right now the roofing looks a little bit crazy. Listen, not everything's a finished product. We almost ran out of money as it is, but here at the front of our lot, we have a welcome wagon, which is why time is currently paused. And then we have a little outhouse, just because, I mean, it's just nice having a little outhouse always. Then over here, we've got our beautiful little waterfall with our water wheel that still doesn't connect to anything, but at least we have it. What a nice place to have to go to the bathroom. These are some people who currently live in the neighborhood, but you can see they're all elders, so I'm happy to move them out. They've been there since the beginning of the challenge. Over here, we have our house. Again, ignore the roofing. It's not beautiful. It's not great. It just is what it is currently. This is a work in progress, okay? And we're pretty close to the water feature, the little lake. And we will soon have our flower patch outside, but for now we have our laundry area pretty close to the house, a little chicken coop I've put some of our hatchable eggs in, another laundry area. I went ahead and bought the duck pond, but we haven't put any ducks in yet. Over here will be kind of an orchard, but these are all of the tree fruits that we have currently, and then back here is the beginning of our farming plot, but again, we don't have anything currently, or this is everything we have, so it'll have to expand over time, otherwise we'll starve. We've got 4 bee boxes because I thought, you know what, let's just make life challenging. And then this is our back door. It comes into our kitchen. I like the look of this, I like the vibe. They've also got 2 ovens, just like Oshra and Yalo do. And it's kind of just a small kitchen, but I think it feels pretty nice, pretty lived in. Over here, I'm really excited about this. This is the pantry. And some of these are items from a new mod by Ravasheen. I mean, it's not a new mod, it's a new mod to me by Ravasheen that basically, well, we'll get into later. And other of these items are from ZXTA. They're decor items, like the leeks, or maybe these are spring onions. Probably spring onions, but in my head they're leeks. And the mushroom and the leg of lamb? Turkey. The leg and the fish. Others of them are just, you know, the classic grain sacks, but I kind of like having a little pantry. Then you come out and straight through here is our little dining room. Of course, we've got a few decor items, nothing crazy. Then there's the stairs that I'd forgotten I built, so whoopsies. And then here's the little entry area. Off to the side is the indoor bathroom, which we're super lucky because we have one. Most peasants didn't, but you know, playability first and history second is what I say. And then over here is kind of like our living room. This is one of Deauville's paintings that we kept, and then these are Huxley and Esmond's marriage certificates, and I still kind of like them, so we're keeping them. In here, for now, it's going to be Esmond and Heidi's bedroom, but I imagine that once Knox gets married and inherits the farm, this will become his bedroom. And then, of course, we have the upstairs area. Oh, it's really dark, but it's pretty empty right now. All it has is the 2 bunk beds, essentially just as many as we needed for our family members. And then we currently have a little balcony, but I don't think that'll stay for forever. It's just, again, because I ran out of money. Over in the distance over there, you can see that we've got the wild beehive from the mead making mod, and then also a birdhouse. And yeah, that's about that. And Esmond, Graham, I can't believe you're still in your pantaloons, guys. Pregnancy. No. Let's put you in your normal clothes. Thanks. Let's be proper. We've got some neighbors. They might also be serfs, but you know. Oh, we're not serfs anymore. Never mind. They might be serfs, but still, we don't want to be those guys. Today is Harper's birthday, and he's actually been flashing for a while, so I'm a little bit concerned. Okay, Esmond, go around and make your howdies, make your hellos. But yeah, this is our new home. I think it looks pretty nice. I like our little waterfall. It took me a long time to make that, so I'm proud of it. I hope you like it too. And you can go and start with the planting because this is all going to be your problem soon. No, not food for you. Oh my gosh, Heidi, put it down, and as fast as you can, you're putting candles on this thing. And then you can say hi. Yeah, you can say howdy. Nobody touch this. You touch this and you're dead. I swear. I'll get rid of you. Okay, Esmond, are you around here? Yes. Esmond, will you please help Harper blow out his candles? Our first, oh, and there's even a window here. This was actually always my favorite place to get the picture of our family having their birthdays was through the window. I don't know why, I just love it. Happy birthday, Harper, and our new home, yay! Although, oh shoot. I knew there was going to be things that I'd forgotten to purchase for the house and that we would need to get those. Heidi, do you... Yay, Harper! A horse lover? I mean, we just had that though, buddy. Creative. Excellent. What's your aspiration gonna be, my dude? Number 2. Oh my gosh. Mental creative. Excellent. Good for you, kid. Oh, you came out with your brother's haircut, but you're just a little blondie. Aw, cute. But yes, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and basically... Pal, you were supposed to be helping with the planting and stuff. Well, you can come and water if you're not going to be useful. As for you, you can help because your kids are going to take forever. Everyone can help. Our garden is so pitiful, and it's pretty much all summer plants, so they'll be out of season before we have our next chance. We ended up keeping one mini goat, mostly because it came with us against my will, so that's why we have that, not because we've got any great schemes. You hate fruitcake? Well, fair enough. Can you please... Yeah, please take care of the goat. And Harper, my young friend, you can leave now. Bye. Bye. Harper, let's go ahead and modify you in cast so that we can see, are you going to make it? Go ahead and come out here just so that it's easier for me. For Harper to age up to a child, he cannot roll the numbers 3, 9, or 19. First one doesn't count, so number 10. Oh my gosh, he cut it so close, but he's totally fine. Thank goodness. Now, while they're out foraging and sort of getting to know this area, what I was kind of thinking is a number of different things. First, Graham, our little buddy who's up for an apprenticeship, is now, in fact, 9 years old, but I'm thinking I'm going to leave it until he's 10 years old because it's just been really crazy. It's a really crazy couple of years. In fact, there's, oh, I didn't realize it was 8 p.m. in the game. There's been, I think there's almost 30 birthdays, not including any births that are going on, just in the span of 1333 to 1335. So it's been really crazy, which is why I've kind of struggled to sort of get a lot of things done. So I think I'm going to wait a little bit so that we can see more of his apprenticeship when he gets to that point. And then another thing is that the goals are pretty easy at this level. And so I came up with those all the way in the past before I ever started this. And now I'm a little bit concerned that they're going to be too easy. Let me know what you think we should change them to, because the goals are basically that goal number 1, we have to buy our own land, which we've done. It cost 12,000, but we did it. Second, that we have to build our new home with our own money and furnish it, which we've done sort of a beginning job. This isn't going to be the end product, but you know, we've got the beginning of that. And the caveat to that was that our lot has to be at least 20,000 simoleons or higher, but I'm pretty sure this is already 20,000 given that we had to pay 12,000 for the lot itself. So that's obviously not going to be enough. Our previous lot went between 45,000 and 65,000, depending on how developed our farming plot was. So let me know what you think is a good goal for the next stage. Oh, Esmond's back. Thanks, buddy. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to become accepted as a freed person, which is the next step before we can start trying to make our way up towards nobility. So let me know what you think is a good lot value that we should work towards. Goal number 4 is to distinguish ourselves. So to distinguish ourselves, what we can do is have a successful business of some kind, like a retail business, a restaurant, an inn or a tavern, a market stall, etc. And we kind of did that when we were peasants. That's kind of how we got out of serfdom in the first place. So I'm not really sure if that's going to be good enough either. You can let me know what you think. And the next one was to reach the top of a time period appropriate career, which we'll get to eventually, and to befriend a noble house, in which case we have to visit them once per week to keep our friendship up, or marry one of our kids to one of their kids. And the third, or the final goal, was to survive tallage with at least 10,000 simoleons left over, but we've seen that happen multiple times, so I'm not sure now that that's going to be good enough either. So let me know what you think about what the goals should be, if you have any advice or any additional ideas, and we'll go ahead and sort of like adapt the rules a little bit more. Wow, our new home. Do you think it would be scary moving all the way here? I bet it would be, because they don't know anybody. They had like a whole community. They'd grown up with their friends and everything in their previous holding. Like, they knew everyone from the very beginning of their lives. So I bet that it would be kind of scary moving all this way and not having anybody close by. But maybe not. I don't know. And in case I didn't ask it earlier, if anybody has downloaded and used Lot 51's free range animals, could you let me know how it plays in your game? I hate lag. It's one of my least favorite things. And so I constantly put off looking for new mods or adding in mods that I think might be so big that they end up causing lag. So if you've downloaded it and used it before, let me know. And I'm thinking about downloading it, which is why I haven't gotten a cow yet, but I haven't quite decided just yet. Man, this lot is big. I think it's going to take a little while to get used to this new lot. Okay, we've got some food. I think we've gone for Gruel today. Sorry, everyone. Some days are just Gruel days. Call to meal. Everyone can come. Have you finished this yet? No, not quite. So maybe we'll just all go ahead and have breakfast. I think that's about everything that we needed to make sure to do here. And then we have 2 other households to stop by today, just to check in with where they are and stuff like that. So once we get to those places, that should be the rest of our day gone. Here comes our last little family member, Graham. So yeah, once these guys have eaten, we'll go ahead and head out of here. Also, just as a warning, I've really lost track of who's having what baby at what point. I know that there are babies being born this year. I know that there's a few babies being born this year, in fact. But I do not know who is having what baby and when. So we might get called away for babies at any moment throughout this entire year. But yeah, now that that's all taken care of, I'll see you when we get to the next household. Here we are at the Hagen holding because there's a double birthday today with little Eyvor and Rollo, so it's very exciting. Look at them all in their PJs just staring at each other. But off we go for little birthday. Happy birthday, Eyvor! Okay, she's going outside. So Idas, this is our chance to put the cake back, the birthday candles on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, cheering. Cute. Like how Leif is just watching. Oh, Leif. As you know, I was kind of on the fence about Leif to begin with, but oh, bye, Leif. But now, he's really proven himself. Okay, little kid. Are you gonna do this thing? Been walking around for a long time. Okay, well, I thought we were gonna watch, but it seems like she's taking forever. So can you help Rollo blow out his candles? Just because it's taking so long. Oh my goodness, for real? Okay, let's put this here then. I think we've literally waited for 12 years. Okay, so she's a perfectionist. And what kind of aspiration is she going to want to have? First one doesn't count, so she will become number 8. Mind and body. Happy birthday, Rollo. Hopefully you won't walk for 2 hours to age up. Unlike your sister. Wow, an umbrella even. That doesn't seem glitchy at all. Sure, you can be jokesters. Okay, and Rollo's aged up to become a hothead. Well, it happens. And what will Rollo's aspiration be? Number 3, a motor hothead. Well, okie dokie. I hear you, kiddo. Let's go ahead and add those birthday candles. Let's get you and Cass and see, are you gonna make it? Whoa, look at him. I mean, from the profile, it's kind of odd, but straight on, look at this kid. So for Eyvor and Rollo to survive, they cannot roll the numbers 3, 9, or 19. First one doesn't count, so Eyvor first. Oh my gosh, that is too close for comfort, but she's fine. And for Rollo? Oh, also too close for comfort. What are these kids doing? Just dancing around those numbers. But it looks like they're both going to be totally fine. Now, Leif and Idas have had some pretty good run of luck, and I think it's about time for them to go and do the old Woohoo! They've still got quite a few baby tries, so I think that that's what's best. Since when is this an issue? So in this beautiful weather, we're gonna go ahead and leave these guys and head over to the last family that we're gonna see in this part of the year. So I'll see you when we get there. So here we are at the Woodhamse estate, where, well, you might be able to see from the way that she's walking right there in the corner of the picture, but where Eleanor is now pregnant, and her parents came with her to stay for a little while on their way back from visiting the Paynes. They thought it might be nice to see where she's living, to get to know her household. And so they're maybe only a half a day away from the Jacobson home, but they're all going to stay here for a while and just sort of hang out. Kieran and Adam are both hanging out here as well. And the goal for them is that they are going to be here for Eleanor when she has her first baby. And it says that her third trimester should be in 6 hours, which would be midnight. So we might see it at the very end of this year, or we might not. I'm not quite sure. Sure, Edward, you can love cooking. The rest of these guys are just hanging out here for now. They're just sort of like here for support, here for moral support. And the boys are taking just a little bit of time off of night training, which is fine. They've been given permission. I guess it's good to be related to or friends with the king. And so they're here supporting their sister and hoping that everything goes well. Adam is still avoiding his marriage. He could get married from last year, but he's kind of on the fence, and he's using these family things as an excuse for him not to have to. So that's kind of the deal with him currently. Oh, as for the younger kids are currently, where are they? Oh yeah, the younger kids are currently staying with their grandparents. And Kennard, don't eat that because okay. So something I realized about Kennard recently that I had known, I guess, but forgotten at some point, is that he's lactose intolerant. Which is why it kind of makes sense. One of his children, is it Edwin? I think it's Edwin who became lactose intolerant. Yeah. So maybe it's a genetic trait that was passed down. Maybe he passed down his lactose intolerance. I don't know. Kieran is so cute. This whole family is just so cute. But yeah, that's about where these guys are. Their family members are staying close by. Everything is going fine. Kennard, except for Kennard's poor lactose intolerance. Luckily, they have the 2 rooms for people to stay, so. And I'm probably going to stay here through the rest of this day because they're the only ones who have a TV. And so that way, nobody has a bad holiday that I have to be around. The next half of the year is going to be pretty wild, so we're going to have quite a few babies born. We've got a couple more birthdays, of course. We've got a lot of stuff happening next half year. So I hope that you've enjoyed this part and are looking forward to the next part. As always, leave your ideas in the comment section below, and I will see you in the second half of 1334. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye.